space. I've made up my mind, I just wanna be free. I live my own life in a new galaxy. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky. I wanna free fall into nothing at all. I'm taking the moment, starting all over. I wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy. Memories fade, it's easing my mind. And I can finally breathe when I'm closing my eyes. I never realized what light years could do, but now I know I'm better off without you. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky. I wanna free fall into nothing. Taking the moment, starting all over. I wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy. I feel the gravity pull and it keeps me away. I would rather be here, lonely in space. I've made up my mind, I just wanna be free. I live my own life in a new galaxy. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky. I wanna free fall into nothing at all. I'm taking the moment, starting all over. I wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy. I feel the gravity pull and it keeps me away. I would rather be here, lonely in space. I've made up my mind, I just wanna be free. I live my own life in a new galaxy. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky. I wanna free fall into nothing at all. I'm taking the moment, starting all over. I wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy. Memories fade, it's easing my mind. And I can finally breathe when I'm closing my eyes. I never realized what light years could do, but now I know I'm better off without you. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky. I wanna free fall into nothing. Taking the moment, starting all over. I wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy. I feel the gravity pull and it keeps me away. I would rather be here, lonely in space. I've made up my mind, I just wanna be free. I live my own life in a new galaxy. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky. I wanna free fall into nothing at all. I'm taking the moment, starting all over. I wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy.
Bing bong. Okay, let me see how bad the audio sounds because I got a fan running right now. I have not changed to an air cooler yet, so bear with me, folks. Bing bong. Okay, actually doesn't sound that bad. Cool. Alright, so tonight We are doing. I saw a bunch of numbers right down there, and that threw me off really badly. Yeah, so tonight we are using the weekly challenges. I'm at least going to do 2 of them. I want to do a recon run. I don't know if y'all saw the video or not from Thursday, I think is when it went live. Uh, I have a strategy now. Basically, you do a recon run, you figure out where you need to be, where all the storms are, and then you go back and, make a full attempt. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So this one is up for debate, but the other 2 are going to be easy to do by the end of the stream. And of course, I've only done those 2 runs and then 1 run of a weekly challenge, and it's already gotten me over 150 grand. So they seem like they're a good investment, just because whenever you get into like the top, when you get into the top 25th and top 10th percentile, you end up getting a bigger bonus. And of course, you get the money from your biggest chase. So we're gonna go here and this. Okay, so this, I am ready for this. I'm assuming they're waiting until they push back out the, I forget, the catalyst system. I think that's what they're calling it. So this is actually going to be used to kind of simulate live weather situations like a few days before they happen. Like essentially the SPC gives their severe warning forecasts and everything like that, and they're going to try to replicate using the photographs and the weather models, patterns, everything like that, Jetstream, and try to make it to where it's going to simulate, I'd assume loosely simulate, the real life forecast that's about to happen. So I'm actually like really, that's awesome. That is such an awesome idea. But for tonight, we're doing the weekly challenge, which is Storm Maze. Suzuki got an extra 1,000 in the past hour, it seems. And we've had 1 extra participant than when I last checked, so now I've got to get over 29,000 to get into the top 50. See, I want to try to get in like the 50s, somewhere in the 40s and 50s, because that'll put us way up in the leaderboard. I really want to get on the leaderboard somewhere by the end of this. It just comes down to where I get there. And it does tend to take a little bit of time to get into these, so hopefully there's actually people playing tonight. It being a Friday night, I would assume that we don't have to wait too long to get in here, but we will see. And if you have made it to the stream, make sure you say something in chat. Say hi, what's up, what not you heard. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'm trying to really push the channel. I'm tired of working. Honestly, I'm getting too old for this shit. Yeah, see, this is my biggest problem with the weekly challenges. There's usually only 1 or 2 groups that are going at a single time. I know whenever I was making that video last weekend, so the video that y'all saw Thursday, that video took me like 2.5 hours to make, even though I really only chased for like, I think 45 to 50 minutes in total. Like there was a 20-30 minute wait time between the first chase and the second chase. So I guess whenever I got out of chase, because in the first chase 2 people got lofted and killed, and I ended up staying in the server for like another 10-15 minutes after that, so I'm assuming that kind of offset my chance to get into the server with those people again. And I just don't have many people that play this. Like anytime I play it, Speckle is doing something else. Need to get more people in here. Yup, it looks like it's gonna be one of those nights. A lot of waiting. This weekend there might be a little bit of a... It's still up for debate if I'm going to actually do it or not, but I really need to. So I mentioned it in the stream last week, I believe, whenever we were doing a streamer life sim. Yeah, I think it's time to get rid of the liquid cooler in this computer and switch to an air cooler, but I'm also, hey, we got a server loading now. I'm also trying to kind of expedite this computer project that I'm working on too, so it's like, why am I gonna unplug everything and put a cooler in this thing and then like a month later just like completely strip it and move it somewhere else. I got my new RAM today, going from 3600 megahertz to 4000. Uh-huh. We froze? Okay, there it goes. I also don't know if these are like the normal scenarios, if these are scenarios specifically made for the weekly challenges. We got velocity. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely going to Westport. Definitely going to Westport. Where the hell are we? Port City? Okay. I don't trust anybody in a Dominator. Yeah, I probably don't need those yet. Neom. I get into matches with this guy all the time. Like every single time I get into a live session or an online session, he's here. Okay, so up here. Take a turn. Probably. Yup, that was him. I'm good. So, I ain't doing that again. Lessons have been learned. Mistakes were made. So yeah, my plan here is to go to Westport. Probably prematurely get fuel, just because I know I'll be like 10% down whenever we get there. And then just see which storm pops off. That way when we do the second run, we'll be able to know exactly which storm does what. Get these wipers going already. Okay, so yeah, this bottom storm is definitely gonna be the producer, I think. So this is the south of Westport. I don't know, man. Secura's got a pretty good score coming out the gate. Oop. That hurt. I always forget about those things.
No, I haven't got on this scenario yet. I played last week, but not this one. This is the first go for me.
And I am in it. Ah. Looks like it was a little more south than I anticipated, so yeah, I have not played this one. Kind of looks like I'm already in a good spot. Might need to go a little more south, I think. Oh yeah, that's a nader. That's a nader. And it is moving north. Thick.
Which way does this thing go?
Kind of looking like a strong northeast. I'm gonna try more over here because it kind of looks like it's sidewinding. So I should be picking up some data here in a second. This kind of looks like the same scenario that... Oh, I was way north. Okay, okay. It almost looks like it went like due east. Okay. It did sidewind a touch there, but I think just being closer to the interstate is going to be the goal there. Nice. I'm not seeing it, and I don't know if it's because it lifted or what. I do kind of like his strategy a little bit more in getting on that road. I think it's still right there in front of us. Looks like it over there. So I think I'm gonna skip a road, then come up to this road up here, and hopefully it stays on the ground long enough. Kind of looks like I need to be down towards like this intersection. I went too far. I think we're getting data. Oh. Yeah, I went too far. Now I know I need to be more towards like the S bend down there, because that could have been a direct. Kind of looks like this one also lifted. This thing's gonna recycle. said T minus 10 seconds. It's been like 20. Get it together, Draco. Ow. So you're looking at velocity, it looks like this is going to be right on top of us. I know I'm doing good if I'm not in the car with him, because he has gotten us killed in the Dominator before. Looks like a strong couplet up the road. And up there. I see it. There it is. I just happened to look up and seen it. I'm going further up the road. So I wonder if there's any like variations that they allow in the generation of these storms. Okay, I might have went too far. She's sidewinding. It looks like I'm close to the direct path.
Yes, great success. Oh, here we go. Within 200 feet. Oh, it's pulling the guardrail. Oh, 200 feet.
128 for me. It's like directly between us, it seems. That is a risky one to try to get. Knowing this man's reputation with the Dominator.
Tornado on the far south storm's looking pretty nasty.
Talking about down there in St. John. I mean Fort City. Thought this man had a tornado tank. I feel like I should have stayed on that storm. It's just hard to really determine which one is the right choice. It's like we have more opportunities to probe on this storm, but at the same time, if you get a good probe, you get a good probe. I'm assuming Draco got lofted by a tornado. It's a solid thing to assume. Happens. Appears that we have a full-on breakout happening right now, or outbreak. A tornado outbreak. Oh, I see it. Well, me being the good sport I am, I can at At least help everybody out here. I don't know if I'm going to make it in time for an intercept. Not ideal. Not ideal in the slightest. I had my map open. So these things have been going northeast. Might actually be in a good spot here. Nah. She dissipated on us. So that tells me that we needed to stay on that one. The warning is still there. So this storm could recycle. That looked like a ridiculous storm. That looks like that's where Draco died. Let's see a velocity signature here. Okay, so that tells me to stay on the Prairie Hill storm. Oh, end of the road. So I don't know if I can really recover anything, plus I am kind of running out of gas here. If I can at least get up to the back end of this storm though, I might be able to at least get a couple more spots. But But I can only imagine that there's not too much time left in the scenario. I mean, unless this tornado goes completely across the map. I would like to get to the backside of that tornado. Okay, so lost flag and Mountain. It seems like a good storm. Just very hard to chase up there because of all the trees. Trees, elevation changes. Everything in the dishwasher trying to fight you up there. Okay, so we're at 24%. Am I close enough? No, I am not. I'm pushing it on fuel. Okay. So, hopping from one gas station to the other, that would put us in a decent spot up here, I think. I just don't know if we have the time. I think I can make it there on this. I'm trying it. I've had worse ideas, right? Okay, so we might have lost too much time there. However, like I said, this is a recon run.
Give me a road.
Yeah, I'm thinking that not getting off of the west.
Messed up, AA Ron.
Yeah, I'm thinking the strategy on this one might just be sticking on the Westport Prairie Hills Storm. So it is right about to hit Eastern Falls. Oh, okay, it looked like it was tornado warning for me. Looks like it's going just north of the radar. Still on the ground. How about that? I think it's huge. Okay, so intercepting it is probably not going to be a possibility. At least on this run. Jesus Christ, that thing's big. Yeah, I don't know if this is a recycle or what, but that tornado track that we were on earlier, that thing is massive right now. It looks like it pretty much just went into a straight line. Okay, where do I need to go? Where do I need to go? I might be able to get an intercept on it if I try hard enough. I need to get to that bend in the road. I hate chasing up here because you can't see anything. Oh. Did it dissipate? Well, at least we know for the next attempt. Yeah, it looks like it dissipates and recycles about 3 or 4 times, so tells me one. What? Don't do that. Don't do that to me.
We got one down south here, guy. Get ready.
Yeah, looking at the velocity, it looks not all that developed, so I don't know if it'll be strong enough to even go after. Now, the velocity signatures I was seeing up north on those storms that were just popping off, those looked pretty strong. I want to kind of watch this radar pass just to see what happens. Well, you might have been right about that south storm. Huh. I'm debating on going to chase it. I might have to go join him. Alright, that should be enough gas. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to cut through Eastern Falls and see exactly what that does. Really debating on getting one of the Jeeps. Wouldn't be immediately, but I definitely want to wait until they give me the TIV too. A tornado warning. Oh. Okay, so in this case, I'm actually going to use Cape. And it kinda seems like the storm that we are currently going after might actually have more potential on that. So this, after that final intercept, would be the right call. Ooh. So it's coming my way. Oh, I see it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the dumbest thing that I could possibly do. I'm gonna touch it. It actually does kind of look like it might hit this town. Ugh. I'm gonna wait for it. It looks like it's getting like close. It just dissipated. Well, crap. So at least I had to have made it to the interstate. She dissipated. So running back to Prairie Hills might be the call. Yep. Yeah, so I think the call now is to go ahead and start fresh and see what we can do. So now we know at least a couple of intercept spots. We know that once that storm over there goes beyond Eastern Falls to go south, So either that road. I mean, honestly, I could probably intercept at that road there. And then shoot back and get one over here, or even over here. Well, no, that storm dissipates and then recycles over here. But we know if we intercept it early, we can get a second one up there where Draco died. Okay, we got options. It's just a matter of figuring out which one is the best one. 6,000. Weak. Really hope my my stream looks good, because my bitrate is going all over the place right now. If I had to guess, it's more overheating than anything. Okay. So we might get that one tonight. We might get this one tonight. We're going to be in better position in this round, and then this one is going to be up for debate. But it's possible. So where do we fare right now? Not well. We are 144th. Alright, let's try it again. Alright, so placing bets now, chat. Who are we going to run into again? Is it going to be Draco, or is it going to be Piedmont? Because if we run into Draco again, that means he's been sitting here waiting for like 30 minutes, or he died again. Yeah, I really cannot wait till we get the Tiv 2. I was kind of saving up to try to get the Dominator, and then they talked about the Tiv, and I'm like, oh, I would rather have that, because everybody has a Dominator. So don't get me wrong, Reed Timmer will always be the best Storm Chaser in history, second to Tim Samaras, but I digress. Essentially, though, I do eventually want to get a group of like maybe two to five, ideally. But if we could get more, that would be even better. So essentially, I want to have like a 2 to 3 car operation. So we would have, you know, the main intercept vehicle. We would have a recon vehicle, which preferably put somebody in a Predator or the, I forget what the base model version of the Jeep is, but one or the other. And then have a tour van, like the Tornado Tours van, or even the Vanguard or whichever. But essentially we'd have like our research team, our recon team, and then just a bunch of like randos who are going in there for, you know, just like to help with the RP or anything like that. But yeah, I definitely want to do some like constructive role playing with this, for lack of a better term. because then we would have a team that can actually get directly in the storms. We'd have a team, probably leave that to Reese actually, have him actually being in the Predator, see what information he can give us to get us closer where we need to be. And then also having like a bunch of people who are like new to the game. They come in, get in the tour van, they're getting their bearings together and learning the scenarios and everything. That way they can go back later on and do it themselves. I think that would be a fun kind of stream concept. Oh, match found. Cool. Now, who do I know in here? Server loading the scenario. So I think on this one, I'm going to go ahead and kind of redo the same kind of strategy I had before, minus leaving that system until the very end. Just because then I can kind of maximize getting the probe hits on what appears to be the main tornado of the scenario. But I also kind of want to do some slight recon as well, and figure out where I could intercept it on the first road and try to make this a 3 probe beginning. And then I'd have to kind of shift my strategy around, but I'd be able to get that extra probe anyways. Oh, my neck. If you are here right now, because I'm not really monitoring anything. Okay. So where are we? Hopfield. Okay. So who's in here? Oh, I don't know any of these people. Nice. Was not expecting that. See, I think I'm going to do a similar strategy this time, but also kind of be aware of where the tornado crosses the furthest furthest west road. Just in case I do see the need to add in another one. I might not do that part tonight, but I will definitely try it. But I really do think that just having the better hits and the extra hits now, because no matter what, we're getting extra probe hits. We're getting extra probe hits no matter what. Okay, headlights are on, everything is on, cool. But no matter what, we're getting extra hits and better hits. Just because we ran that scenario, we know now not to stray away from this storm until the very, very end. It tasted like peanut butter. Ugh. It's just very tempting to break off right there and just dive south on that side road. But I do kind of need my reference points right now. I'm just so ready for the TIV 2. Can't afford it yet, but mentally I'm ready. My body is ready. My pockets are not. So we're almost there. I don't remember seeing a second severe warning. Actually, so where did I intercept it the second time? Right here? It might be more worth my while to actually try to intercept it. Well, I can't remember when it actually touched down. It might have touched down on the other side of that road now. He's doing that strategy. I don't know, I'm going to try it like this because, one, I know the approximate location of where it's going to happen, but also I can get closer to it than what I did before. Because the first probe gave me no data. I also know from this road here, it is possible for me to get into the path. Because here's the bridge. So seeing it, I need to be more like down here, I think. Because I was like way over there. So Grim is way over there. See, I might be in the direct path. Like, there's a straight possibility I am in the direct path. Funnel cloud. Okay, Grim has the better idea. So I think I need to be more like right here. It's just a matter of how long it stays in my A-pillar. Okay, I want to put it more out here, I think. It's going to ruin my, it's going to ruin my recovery, but I won't be fumbling around with the map either. Plus, I know I can get down here and be okay by this bridge, so I don't have to worry about turning around or anything like that. Okay, and so I also know now I need to be like right about there. Got an optimal. It's good. We're about to get probe data, I think. There we go. Let's see, 115, 120, 150 feet. Not too bad. Not too bad. We also have a chance to get another optimal, so pretty much at that light pole I think is where we need to be. Yeah, I think that light pole is probably going to be the best place. I could probably have a better exit strategy if I had a better off-road vehicle, but that would also put us... Oh yeah, I forgot to top off on gas. Might be a slight fumble there. Uh-oh, don't do that. And whenever I get on the main road, I know I can save a couple of extra seconds just by already knowing. Okay, a 58.67. That's not bad. So it is the second road after I get on the main road. If I remember correctly, I did get probe data off this one. Go away, first road. Second road. So my target is just past this intersection. Yeah, I think it sidewinds a touch. Another optimal. GTFO. So I think the last probe I did, I ended up on top of that hill. Oh yeah, there we go, there we go. Oh, we were very close to the center. It's dissipating, but... So now where do I need to go? I need to go full south on this road. Okay, so it dissipated. So it's not going to be the best probe data, but we're going to have something. Okay, I'm gonna shoot a little bit ahead. So I'm pretty sure it was not this intersection. So I was pretty far ahead, so Grim and Shannon are already up there. I don't remember exactly which road it was I intercepted on. I do feel as though I need to go a little more north, no matter what. Yeah, I think me and Draco went this way. Can't quite remember. But no matter what, I do need to go north of at least one road. Actually, now I think about it, I think we took that road back. Okay, so there's the farm, so they've got the same idea I do. So somewhere around here is going to be a funnel cloud. I know that Draco died like in that notch there. Oops. So no funnel cloud yet. This might also not be the exact same road either. I don't think it is. Okay. So I'm going to the next road, because I think it's going to be stronger on that intercept. The only issue is whenever I do this strategy, I have to be very, very quick in order to get to the escape route, which I literally have to let the tornado cross and then get in front of it. Yeah, this is the road. Okay. Now, from what I saw before, I kind of need to be in line with the water tower. So I'm going to line up with the water tower. In fact, I'm going to kind of go between the water tower and the windmill, I think. Yeah, let's line up with the windmill. So I saw when it strengthened, it overtook the water tower. Now, how accurate that assessment is, I do not know yet. But we're about to find out. It might get hit with debris. There we go, that's an optimal. Alright, winds are picking up. Okay, it might have went a lot more north away from the water tower than I thought. Okay, botch that one. Oh yeah, it went way north. At least get optimal. So now this is the part where I have to be perfect. Grim is kind of doing the same thing I'm doing to an extent. But yeah, I think the edge of that is probably going to actually be the better spot, or just in that opening. Okay, so it appears that it's already crossed the road. Meow. Okay, I might not be able to intercept that. Spam bro. Huh, it worked. This is Outbrk. So out of all the storm chasing games, this is probably the most realistic, to the point where they're actually... Hold up, which way am I heading here? Okay, so compared to all the other ones like Storm Chasers and whatnot, this is the most accurate. Right now, they actually have the graphics tuned way back. So there was another version of this to my memory here. There was another version. So this is 0.3, but they've also patched it a few times since. In 0.2, they kind of broke the game by letting the Catalyst weather model actually kind of go out in its alpha stage, and it honestly broke the game. So even people like, so I'm running a 3060 with 12 gigs of RAM. There were people that were running much bigger graphics cards than me who were crashing out big time. So they tuned it back, and they're currently reworking the Catalyst system to be better optimized for pretty much all hardware. And yeah, we currently have the most accurate representation of a storm chasing simulator. And I'm not going to downplay helicity, velocity, all the roadblocks, game mods, whatnot. Ooh, got another optimal, cool. But this one has probably the best community backing out of all of them. Like, I love this game. I was playing Storm Chasers while I couldn't play this, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know why I was even playing Storm Chasers. Okay, so I'm at 42% fuel. I really do need to go to the south of Prairie Hills here. Yes, it's Outbrk. Outbrk. They've also got a Discord community too, which is really, really helpful. They do a thing where if you, they do like a photo of the week, and if you actually get the photo of the week, they'll actually give you like 50. I can't remember if it's 5,000 or 50,000 Outbrks is what they call it. That's really cool. It's such a good community. Now that I think about it, I do think I actually have been in a session before with Grim. It's like every time I get into a session, I already know at least one person in it. And they're also doing something, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but you probably weren't here, because people are never at the beginning of my stream. They're actually working on doing something where they're taking future weather models, so as the SPC actually, starts doing their whole mesoscale discussions and all their predictions and everything like that, going through the models, they're trying to make it to where there's a game mode in the future after they do the Catalyst update, where it's actually going to have as close of a simulated version of that weather as what they're predicting. So they're using hodographs, jet stream patterns, wind shear predictions, things of that nature, to actually make it to where it will simulate what we're going to expect in the near future for the weather. It's mind-boggling what these guys are doing. Okay, so I don't think this tornado is on the ground still, but from what I remember in the last one, if I can get up here, I'll be able to start intercepting the recyclings of this tornado. Oh no, it's still on the ground. I'll be damned. And the game mode I'm doing right now is their weekly challenge. So it replays the same scenario over and over again. So where it's at right now in the normal gameplay, they've got a list of it's like 80 to 90 scenarios right now that are predetermined. I don't know if there's any variation that they can actually add to it yet. But, okay, so Grim's over here, so I'm on the right track. Yeah, there's a bunch of predetermined scenarios, and it kind of just cycles through them. They've got a thing going on right now where it kind of takes a count of what scenarios that you've already done, and it'll try to filter them to the back. So anytime you do like a solo chase or as a collective, whatever scenario is least played amongst the group that you are in whenever you go into online, that they're going to try to give you a scenario that has been less played. So yes, you can learn the scenarios, but you have to play a lot of Outbrk. Okay, so Grim is way up here right now. Oh, it's Shannon. Okay, okay. Meow. Oh, Grim's up here too. Okay, so I'm not the only one. Yeah, I forget what it goes for right now. I think it's like 30 or 40 bucks. I got it on Steam sale, so it was only like 25 when I got it, and I also bought it for a buddy of mine. Trying to do some unique stuff in it, because everybody's just chasing, doing guides and whatnot. I want to do some role-playing kind of situations. And for what it is, the weather model is as accurate as it can be. This has been my TED Talk. So from what I'm seeing, it looks like maybe we're about to have the funnel cloud pop up. So I kind of messed up my last go around on this one. We jumped around from different ones. Oh, that was another thing I was going to mention. The weekly scenarios, they replay the same scenario over and over again. It's literally people going after like the highest score they can get. Oh, it's right above me. Don't touch down, don't touch down, don't touch down! I think Grim has the right idea. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Go, 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 get out! That's an optimal. How close am I? Under 200? Under 200? 204, okay. I'll accept that. That is nuts. They are like actively working on making it to where there's going to be better representations of the tornadoes, because right now it's really just sidewinders, cones, barrels, stovepipes, you know. But they're actually working on, I saw somewhere that they're working on multiple vortex tornadoes. This guy is dedicated. He must have one of the Jeeps. Because the Jeeps and I believe the Vanguard are like really, really good off-road. It's like this thing, it's okay off-road compared to like the base vehicles, but nah. Nah. I'm crazy, but not that crazy. I goofed. I goofed. That probably just trashed this run. keep forgetting how the driving is bad. It'd be much better if I could map my keyboard to this, or map my controller to this, but I can't. They've made it better since the first version, but it's just like mouse and keyboard controls is... It definitely makes me go crazy sometimes. Is anybody giving me a spot here? So I need to be like somewhere over here. No. Thank you, Shannon. Now that I'm like in contention of dying. I'm probably way too far off. Big old nader though. Big old nader. Uh-oh, I'm getting data. I don't think I'd ever say that. So off by 450 feet. We're still doing a lot better than we did the last run. This guy's dedicated to going off-road. So 130 mile an hour winds. So I think I need to blast north the best I can and try to get in front of it, which is going to be hard to do. It is going to be very, very hard to do. But I also know this is like the last chance I actually get to probe this storm. No? Yes. I don't know if I'll actually get a probe on it either. What the hell? The road is solid? Let me get on the damn road. There's not a wall there. There we go. Oh, now we're on this side of the road. Son of a bitch. Well, that was not optimal. What? Devs, I'd like to report a glitch. I would like to report a glitch. I think game is broken. I think game has broken. Why is this off-road? I don't think I'm going to be able to get another probe on this. Thank you, game. Okay, so that happened. And it's still happening. So that's about where I needed to be for an intercept. Okay. So I guess I'm going to try to blast south. All I can assume is that my computer is overheating and it's causing some bugs. Like that's all I can really assume at this point. Oh, another optimal. Nice. Nice. Okay, we have 71% fuel, so I need to be about here-ish. So that tornado, this is Outbrk. Literally the second person tonight that has asked me that. This is Outbrk. I just went on a tangent about the game. So this is, okay, now it's buggy. It is very buggy. My computer might be trying to crash. So this normally does not happen. Normally there's not like giant pits of death around me. However, this is probably the most accurate tornado chasing game / simulator that there is. That's not supposed to happen. That is very unrealistic. Who's this behind me, Grim or Shannon? Grim. Okay. Yeah, so Outbrk, Outbrk. It is on Steam. It is PC only, to my knowledge. I don't think it's on console at the current moment. I feel like I've seen something about them wanting to do console once it gets out of the can't say beta, early access. Once it gets out of early access, they'll probably be going towards doing a console release as well. So this is the 0.3. Yeah, now my biggest thing right now about the bugs was, okay, so the road disappeared. The road became solid at one point and I crashed into it. The ground disappeared, and I have no clouds. I'm supposed to have clouds. I mean, hold up, let me see. Because this looks weird. There is no clouds. Yes, Outbrk, but without the vowels at the end, so BRK. I would wait for a Steam sale because it is a little pricey. I know some people can't like really justify spending 30, 40 bucks. Oh, you see, this is the bugs I'm talking about. These are the bugs. I've never had it do this before, and I think my computer is trying to crash. That's all I can assume. Why is there grass up there? Somebody tell me, why is there grass? Why are the clouds grass? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We broke it. I need an adult. I don't know what to do in this situation. Yeah, I'll mention it to them. I'm in their Discord, so they're pretty good about reading that, and I might also go ahead and do a report, because if you see at the bottom right, you can actually do a report. Yeah, I've never had the game crash out like this. This is a new one. I'm glad it's happening live, and y'all can share my stroke. I want to go off-road, but I feel like I can't. Yep. Yep. I am from the US. I've learned a valuable lesson about touching grass. Where am I going? Where am I? I'm going this way. Okay. Cool. We're going way over here. Pit stop. I fell off the map. Yeah, this is a crazy bug. Okay. Honestly, I can truly say that you're the waiting for tow truck. Oh, thank God they gave me a tow truck. They gave me a tow truck. And this is the first time I can honestly say that somebody from Africa has actually been actively watching one of my videos. So congratulations to being the first. Yeah, this is a crazy bug, and just going based on the heat in my room, I can only imagine that this might actually be a hardware side. I mean, I'm glad they gave me a tow truck. That's nice. But they're going to probably tow me to the closest gas station. I'm going to St. John. Ah, going to St. John. Do I have to pay for the tow truck? Come on, devs. Do I have to pay for the tow truck? I didn't request it. I didn't request it. AAA, they found me on the side of the road. I did not do this. You picked a good night to randomly get in one of my streams. You picked a great night. I do believe that there might be a lack of uploads this week, just simply due to the fact that I should probably go ahead and switch to an air cooler. Yeah, that tow truck is taking quite a while. It's like we might have crashed the game. It is not. It is definitely an indie game, but they do have a pretty big team. So last I checked, they have like 12 to 14 people working on this all at once. Uh, if you get in their Discord, they actually do have, they give you access to the Trello files, which Trello is just basically the way that they handle how their workflow works. So you can actually see who is actively working on what their task, what every specific developer's task is, which is really cool. I love the transparency of this developing team. Uh, Whenever they find certain issues, they'll add them to their tasks, and it'll actually have the status of it where it's either hasn't been worked on, currently working on, testing, quality checking, this, that, and the other. They're like actively doing everything they can to push this out to its next version. It's very cool. I love it. This has been one of the most active developing teams I've seen. I don't think I'm getting towed. I think I got robbed. And really, it's just a matter of do I sit here and wait for the scenario to end because I want my money. So I can't even do anything. This isn't the first time I broke the game. This is the first time I've had this crash. I think the last time I actually broke the game, it was because of how much uh, there was a lot of debris because one of the bigger towns got a direct hit from a tornado, and there was just so much debris all around that like the debris was not falling to the ground; it was just remaining in the air. So I was running into light poles that were like 10 feet above me. Yeah, so I don't run stream delay. There's like a little bit of stream delay, but I have it on to where the bit rate is like the most efficient for YouTube. I could make the stream look better by adding stream delay, but I don't. Most of the people I know that stream don't do that, so okay, I can still hear in-game stuff. So now I am basically I'm caught bent over a fence here because this being a weekly challenge and this being my best run so far, I don't want to lose my points. The only way that I can get out of this is if I hard stop the game, at which point I would probably just go ahead and end the stream if I did that, and I don't want to do that. But now I'm like sitting here just in limbo because I also don't know if the scenario will properly end. Like, I don't want to lose my points, but maybe I already lost my points. I don't know. I just don't know. I can quit the game while being live. That's not the problem. It's I just don't want to lose my points. Plus, with the heat in my room, it's probably my side that caused the crash to actually happen. So the issue is I've got a liquid cooler on my CPU and it's like 5 years old and it's like right at the end of its life cycle. So the past few streams that I've been doing, it's been getting like really hot in my room just from the computer heat itself. So if it comes down to the point where I do actually have to close out the game, it's probably time to end the stream. In which case, then tomorrow I'd be pulling apart my computer, installing an air cooler that I have on standby, and then pretty much starting fresh. And I hate to do it, but it's kind of starting to look like it might be my best option. This is a hard decision. Okay, so what I'm thinking now, what I'll do, I'll end the stream tonight. So I started 7 p.m. my time, so whatever time it is for you now, it's been 2 hours since I've started streaming. So what I'll probably do is I'll stream again tomorrow. It'll be towards about the same time. So kind of give it like a makeup stream or something because I feel bad. Like you actually seemed slightly invested. I started streaming 2 hours ago, unless you mean like actually streaming as a whole. I've been actually streaming for about a year, but this channel has been active on and off for like 14 years. I've been on YouTube for a long time. So what I'll probably do is I'll end the stream tonight, make sure everything is not like going to catch fire or anything, and then tomorrow I'll start my day by tearing down my computer again, changing out my cooler, doing a couple of tests, make sure everything is good, and then as long as everything holds up, because I do have to do some recording tomorrow, and I'll probably have to do double time recording Sunday now. But tomorrow night, I'll go ahead and stream a makeup stream for Outbrk, and we'll try to get some redemption on this scenario here. I feel bad that I actually have to do this, but I'm literally gonna sit here until either the game fully crashes or the scenario ends. Then I can at least get my points out of it. Cause yeah, I've been getting towed for a long time here. But yeah, I'll do a makeup stream tomorrow about the same time. So right now I'm on a 5800X AMD CPU. I've got a 3060, the 12 gig version, 32 gigs of RAM. Right now I'm at only 3600 megs. It's DDR4. I've got I've got hard drive space for days. So my specs aren't going to be the issue. It's literally going to be the age of the cooler. So AIOs usually have a lifespan of about 3 to 5 years, and I built this computer back in 2021. So yeah, it's right at the end of its lifespan. I've noticed recently it's been getting hotter and hotter and hotter as I do streams. So I'm going to switch back to an air cooler for now. I've got a bunch of stuff hiding. I really shouldn't be saying this because this is like a future video idea, but I got a bunch of stuff hiding around, and I'm going to be doing custom acrylic loop, everything like that. I'm kind of mixing some retro stuff with some new parts. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say something in the Discord just because if this fully crashes, I won't be able to do a bug report. But I think there is a thing in their Discord where I can actually go ahead and kind of give them the runaround, and I could probably send them the link. So right now, my biggest things that I play are Outbreak. We occasionally dabble in GTA whenever I get a friend or two is like, you know what, we haven't played GTA 5 in a while, we should do that. We'll mess around in there. The biggest thing I do is iRacing. So it's a racing simulator. I don't know if you know what iRacing is, but it's a racing simulator. It's membership based, live service. It's one of the more accurate ones. It's comparable to ACC, so Assetto Corsa or Gran Turismo. I just don't do much GT racing, so I mostly do oval racing, and I especially do dirt racing. Like I actually got my real life race start in on dirt racing, so that's why I kind of prefer iRacing and don't really dabble in anything else. But I've also been kind of dabbling in things like Wreckfest. I've been waiting for a few updates for Wreckfest 2. That way I can actually make another video on that. Uh, might make a career mode series out of that. I don't know. Uh, there's a lot of stuff I play. I used to stream Minecraft. I really need to get back into doing that. I really need to get back into streaming Minecraft because I actually had a good thing going there and I just kind of fell off. Like I didn't do a stream for so funny enough it happened in Outbreak. Uh, for some reason my audio did not want to record. So there was like a 2-hour stream. So that's the problem. Forza Horizon, I cannot get it to work properly with my steering wheel. Whenever I do racing games, like there's a couple of them that I prefer the controller on, but I mostly do it for my simulator because I have a sim racing cockpit. Uh, for some reason, I cannot get Forza Horizon to properly give me my inputs. So where I'd normally be turning the wheel, yes, Minecraft is awesome. I've been in Minecraft for 16, 17 years now. I'm 30 and I've been playing it so like 13. I've only owned it for a short time, but I've been playing it for a long time. I used to play Battlefield 4 a lot. Battlefield 4 used to be my jam. AAA sucks, okay? AAA is not towing this car. They're just pushing it down the hill. They're trying to find me. It's like, where'd you fall off the road? Eastern Falls. Where are you now? Albuquerque. Uh, there's a bunch of games I would do want to go back and play, but it's like one of the biggest things that has been a killjoy recently is I cannot play Skate. The new Skate game, I cannot play it. For some reason, since EA has switched ownership, their anti-cheat, it just constantly tells me that I am running a program that I do not have and that I cannot play the game. I used to. There was a time where I was doing a bunch of league play in Call of Duty. So this was Black Ops 2 era. It was either Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3. I think it was Black Ops 2. Uh, there was an era there where I was doing a lot of COD. I never streamed it because this was before I started doing the gaming channel stuff. But something smells like reefer in here. I haven't smoked in like 2 years. Uh, so I used to get really deep into the league play stuff. And then one night I had somebody who I was close to call me, got mad that I was playing Call of Duty, hung up on me, and then called me back. And this was like 15 years ago or so. It caused my phone to power cycle. I mean, that's valid. That's valid. So from what I know about Africa, there's like certain areas that are doing better than others, but at the same time, like the economy isn't on par with certain areas of the world. Like I understand that. Like it's not as accessible. And on top of that, then it's a matter of getting good internet. But yeah, had a bad experience. Just somebody causing problems while I'm trying to do Call of Duty. Literally broke my phone. And it just kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. I kind of left the first person shooter games for a while, and then it turned into me like I dabbled in Minecraft. I like doing like the old simulator kind of things, or like the constructive games like Roller Coaster Tycoon. That was my bread and butter for a long time, or the NASCAR games, and always had issues with the NASCAR games. They would never play properly like they should, which I know that was computer specs at the time. Uh, it just came down to like I saw all these games that I really liked, which was mostly iRacing, Minecraft, Battlefield. Like I really loved Battlefield because my thing about Battlefield is it's not hit scan. They're like the bullets are actual projectiles. So the same way that you would get a kill in Call of Duty is completely different than you how do you get a kill in Battlefield, except for like later games. I think they started going more of a hit scan model. But there's still bullet drop in like Battlefield 5. But I know that there is one or two games that kind of strayed away from that. Uh, but hit scan is literally point, shoot, dead. Battlefield, you take a sniper rifle, you try to shoot somebody from a distance, that bullet has to travel. You have to watch that bullet travel, and whenever you get it, you got it. I used to play a lot of airsoft. I was on a professional airsoft team for 12 years. That sounds right, 12 years. I quit playing airsoft in 2021 after I had a very bad back injury, and I still can't even run. I can walk pretty good. Yes. Absolutely. Now the old Call of Duty, I'll go back every so often and play an old Call of Duty game, but Battlefield, like Battlefield 4, whenever I started playing that, I literally went on a 72-hour bender of just playing Battlefield non-stop. When I got Battlefield, I went from level 1 to level 60, I believe, in a matter of 3 days. I played that much Battlefield. I mean, I don't mean to shamelessly self-plug, but if you like the style of my content now, you can always go back. I've got playlists set up left and right of old Battlefield videos, iRacing stuff. There's a bunch of AI iRacing stuff I did. Kind of added my own kind of lore to it. Uh, Team Fortress 2, GTA. Like, if I've played it, there's a playlist of it. A lot of old videos from, anywhere from recent to, 10 years back, 5 years back. Like, if you get bored and want to binge watch some crazy American content, there you go. It's free, no extra charge, and it's all organized. Yeah. Oh God, they added Nicki Minaj. I expect that out of like what's the one? Well, not. I expect that out of Fortnite, of course, but what's the other one? Rogue Company. Definitely expect that out of like something like Fortnite or Rogue Company. Call of Duty? No. Avenged Sevenfold was cool, but Nicki Minaj has no place to be in Call of Duty. Yeah, I think this game is broke, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I'm gonna let the video process. I'm gonna send it off to the devs and see if this is my side or their side. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to hard stop this game. And at this point, if it's on my side, that means that something like this is going to happen again. Much appreciated. It's Immin. Am I saying that right, Immin? I hope so. I don't like to mispronounce names if I can help it. I mean, that's the issue is even if I did quit and played another game, if it is my side, it's going to happen again or the computer's just going to overheat. In fact, let me pull up Specky real quick. I actually have a program for this. Blur? I've never heard of that. Specky. In fact, might as well go ahead and show this. Emmanuel. There you go. What's funny is my name's Samuel, so very close, very close. 57C, that's actually not bad. So yeah, if you're ever curious about my specs here, we got a 5800X, which I'm actually about to be upgrading soon. 32 gigs dual channel. It says 1799, but this program in specific, whenever you switch over to XMP on your BIOS, so it's giving me the right timing. It doesn't ever give me the right memory clock. It's always been that way. I don't know why. Like I'd run 2133 back in the older days, and it'd still do the same thing and tell me the exact same number. Uh, I've got 4 monitors, technically, and that's why I've got this. Why does this? It's telling me I got a 4 gig card, but I know it's a 12 gig card. I mean, it's not perfect, not a perfect program, but yeah. Uh, all my storage. So I got a 4 terabyte card in here, half terabyte old SSD that I use basically as an SD card. Uh, but yeah, that's the base of my build. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do right now, I feel like that there's going to be more issues. So if it's not hardware side, which I still think it's hardware side, it's still warm in here. I think Specky's giving me a bad reading, uh, or it's finally cooling off and it's just unrecoverable. Uh, Blur Racing. Now that you said Blur Racing, I know what you're talking about. I have not played it. Uh, that's one that I've actually considered back like a year ago. It's just with iRacing, it's really hard for me to justify multiple racing games. That's just a personal thing, like Wreckfest even. So Wreckfest and Kartcraft I do mess with, but very rarely, just because of how much I do in iRacing right now. Like over the weekend, I will actually, so after work, I will actually play probably 6 to 8 hours worth of iRacing while I'm at, at home not working. Like it's basically a second job at this point. But yeah, for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and give my computer a break. Uh, it sucks that I didn't get to make it to the end of the scenario, but what I'll do tomorrow night. So, like I said, I started the stream 2 hours, 13 minutes ago. So for 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever it is for you, uh, if you do the bell notification and do full updates or full notifications, it'll give you the notification. But what I'll do for tonight is I'll go ahead, back off, go ahead and end the stream, and I'll do a makeup stream tomorrow night. And we'll actually try to get like top score on the leaderboard for this game. And if I can do it in the first try, or like actually get on the leaderboard first try, I'll just go ahead and do random scenarios. That way we're not just seeing the same storm chase over and over again. It'd be more of a normal Outbrk stream. Do like 2 or 3 storm chases. Each one lasts like an hour. Uh, but yeah, anybody else here? Like, subscribe if you've enjoyed the stream. This has been a weird way to close out an Outbrk stream. There's going to be some shorts made of this one, that's for sure. Um, yeah, this has been weird. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I'm gonna let the video process. I'll send it to the devs and see what they say. Uh, I'll probably cut down the video, make another video out of it later too. So, yep, we'll have a short form version of this disaster. All right, everybody take care. It was nice to meet you, Emmanuel. Hope to see you in some future streams. Uh, yeah, everybody have a good Friday night, and I'm gonna close out the game, and hopefully my PC don't catch fire. Y'all have a good one.